Hello everyone, my name is Tiara Martin and my name is 39-2020-021. I would like to say thank you for stopping by our video group presentation, and in this video we will identify and analyze intercultural misunderstanding of a group in working on the final project, and there will be 6 students from different countries that we will analyze. Okay, and I will explain the first one, which is Jonah from UK. Jonah is the coordinator of this project group. She was embarrassed that not everyone from the group was able to attend the preparatory meeting she had organized and or provided the initial work she requests. She also felt that she had done most of the work just with Franois, one of the member group. She was worried about the bad grade she and her group might get. Okay, so based on my analysis, the purpose of Joanna behavior is to avoid bad grade that may be given to all group members if all group members cannot be well coordinated, and as a group coordinator, Joanna must also be responsible for the discipline of all group members. And as written in her background, that Joanna was trying to arrange a group meeting schedule, but not all members could come. And again, she had also divided the work among the group members, but none of the group members gave the work that Joanna asked for. This is made Joanna worried and afraid that the overall score of the group members would be bad and Joanna would be blamed because people might think that Joanna was an irresponsible group coordinator, even though Joanna had tried her best to do her duty as a group coordinator by organizing everything. So yeah, that's what Joanna behavior means. And the next thing is, how do people perceive Joanna attitude? The response from some group members about Joanna attitude was that they thought that Joanna only cared about her own grade and didn't listen to what other group members had problem with. They think for some reason, as for the work schedule, she just decided it herself. Joanna didn't consider it with all the group members. They also thought that Joanna wasn't thinking about her group members who might have other activities on the day that Joanna had said. Joanna just decided on her own on the day she can without thinking about the other group members who might have obstacles, problem, or other things. Don't think that Joanna was only focused on saving her grades and when to get things done quickly without worrying about her problem of the other group members. So yeah, that's the response from some group members about Joanna attitude. And then the intercultural issue that can play a role is the high masculinity or high value of masculine. From the great Hofstede dimension, Joanna attitude show selfishness for achievement or success without thinking about the whole group. She was afraid that she would get bad grades if her group members could not cooperate well. Her ambition for an achievement or success causes Joanna be selfish by deciding everything on her own without having the entire group members. Like the schedule that Joanna set herself, this showed her selfishness. She doesn't think about group members who have other activities or problems, nor does she consider schedules with group members and decided on his own instead. The purpose of her attitude is good, to avoid bad grade and discipline her group members, but her ambitious that way of achieving her own goals makes her selfish because she decides everything on her own without thinking about other group members. According to Hofstede Insight, the UK is a highly success-oriented and driven masculine society. This research is very much in line with Joanna's ambitious attitude towards good grades. Joanna's ambition for achievement or success on the group final project by getting good grade causes her to become selfish.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdika Yohana Sonai Dongoran with student ID 392020-005. I'm going to explain about Francois, the French student. First, what was the intention of the behavior? The intention probably was to avoid bad scores and discipline with his responsibilities of the schedule which Joanne already made for the group. Because of that, Francois don't want to fail the group work. Second, what are the perception of the other students? Joanne thinks Francois is the only one who followed the schedule that she made and helped her with the task. Third, which intercultural issue could be at play? It's uncertainty avoidance versus tolerance for ambiguity, because in high UAI cultures, they need to avoid failure and also needs for rules, which in the incident, Joanne already makes a schedule or rule to follow. They also consider conflict as threatening, so he chose to be obedient.
I'm Sonia Tarini, student number 1392020-015, and I'm going to explain about Rene. Rene comes from Netherlands. Rene couldn't do the group work together with the others. So what was the intention of her behavior? Her intention that she didn't join the group's work was to follow her religious obligation, which is no work on Sunday. And what are the perceptions of the other students? Or in this case, Joanna's perception on Renee. Joanna thinks Renee is selfish because she doesn't prioritize her group work. Renee prioritizes her religious obligation, even though her group work's deadline is really tight. And which cultural issues could be at play? The cultural issues that could be at play is George Hofstade's dimensions of culture. Individualism versus collectivism, or IDV. Renee is high individualism because she prioritizes her religious obligation, which is now work on Sunday, than working on her group work. She needs to fulfill her obligations to staff, which is to follow her religious obligation, then fulfill obligations to the group, working on the group work on Sunday.
Right, so good evening everyone. My name is Evania Gratia Harjo, and in this opportunity I would like to explain about group project 2. It's about Wong's part, and I will explain and answer the first question. It is about what was intention of behavior, right? So Wong wasn't clear about what was expected of him. He cannot express his thought or any idea for his group, so perhaps it makes him doing nothing for his group because he cannot express himself better. And then I will explain the second question about intercultural. So intercultural that I have taken is, what was that? Oh yeah, high context. In this case, high context of house orientation is suited for Wong's case because in house orientations, there are the first emphasize on nonverbal cues, and then a lot of communication is implicit. Those mostly are part of Asian culture. Wong cannot express or talk forward directly his thought because perhaps, especially in Malaysia, which is a part of Asia, in this case, part of Asian culture, he might thus communication implicitly, surely not explicit like Western culture does. So he wasn't clear about his thought and idea for helping his group to do the project. So I think that's all about the explanation of Wong's. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Faris Himawan and my number is 2020-013. Here, I want to explain about Mohammed from Oman. The first is, what was the intention of the behavior? The intention of Mohammed's behavior is that he wants to take part, or it can be said to his role to cooperate in the completion of this group by making a contribution. But Mohammed felt his contribution had been neglected. The second one is, what are the perceptions of the other students? Joanna, who is the group leader, didn't consider with Mohammed's contribution because Joanna felt she had done most of the work only with Francois. The third one is, which intercultural issues could be at play? The intercultural issue is the muted group because what Mohammed experienced thought his contribution was being ignored, made him felt pressured or silenced, whether it was words, thoughts, or ideas that he had. Thank you.
And then the last one, or the sixth, is John from Nigeria. One of the group members claiming to represent the university in basketball and stating that he should be able to attend the next meeting. Okay, so the point of John's behavior is that he wants to be responsible as a basketball representative from the university as well as a member of his research group. He wants to be in charge of the university basketball representative, so he could not attend the first meeting because if he show up at a project group meeting and leave his duties as a basketball representative, it's like he's not a basketball representative. He also stated that he would come to the next meeting. This also shows that John has also tried to be a responsible member by coming to the next meeting. The point of John's behavior is that he wants to remain responsible both as a member of the group and as a basketball representative at the university. And then for the perception of the other student about John's attitude. Jonah, the group coordinator, felt that John could not be held accountable as a member of the group because he didn't attend the meeting and didn't even give the request initial job. Jonah thought that John was an irresponsible person. He didn't attend the meeting that had been set by Jonah, his group coordinator. And John also did not provide the initial job that Jonah had requested. This further made Jonah felt that John was an irresponsible and untrustworthy person. Jonah felt that all the things that she had been trying to do were not going well. Her request to attend the meeting as well as the initial work request could not be carried out properly. That's Jonah's perception of John's attitude. And for the intercultural issue that play a role is collectivism from the dimension of great hostility. Because in a collective culture, relationships are more important than takes a mass also fulfill obligation to the group. That's why John tried to be a responsible basketball representative and as a responsible research member because he said that he would join to the next meeting. John's attitude showed an effective way to achieve his goal by playing collectivism. He strives to be responsible in both his duties. He wants to be able to work well together in the whole group to create a more solid group and both can run smoothly. According to Wikipedia, in a collective culture, individuals will be more concerned with the community or group than the individual itself. This is why John is more concerned with his two obligations in this group. He tries to make the two groups or communities run well. Okay, so that's all for our group analysis of intercultural misunderstanding. Hopefully, our presentation can be delivered properly and clearly. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.